It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, they're excited to be back out on the floor for game number 1 of the season, and I don't think anyone has doubts that they want to send a strong message tonight and tip off the new season with a win. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before. Kenny has said it many times. It could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year in winning the ring.
That was an incredible run. But some teams that looked unstoppable last year will start to show some cracks in their armor. But the other teams that didn't look like much on paper last year, beginning of the season, are now looking like they will surprise.
And that is it for now as we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
Capacity crowd here at the United Center. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Craig Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. And the Bulls start out with the ball. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Verjao in at center. And he jams it with authority.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Now the pass to Noah. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
And that one's good.
Oh, terrific work finishing a soft move like that. The finger roll.
Inside, here's Gasol. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the paint. Love goes in. No good. Some solid defense from Gasol. Here's Chicago. Rose kicks to Butler. The dish to Dunleavy. Gasol setting the pick for Rose. Passes it to Gasol. And there's the feed to Dunleavy. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Here's LeBron. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. LeBron's got his first points in this one.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Gasol kicks to Dunleavy. They set the pick. Gasol, a screen on LeBron. Here's Rose. And it's rebounded by Anderson Verjao. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Smith outside. He feeds it to Love. Rose against Irving. Just 4 to shoot. LeBron kicks to Irving. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. And it's Rose penetrating. Got a piece of it. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And a wide open look for James. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Now here's Rose. Nice D from Verejao.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Out to Smith. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Smith sets the pick for James. Outside Irving. Again, Irving missing.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Rose passes to Dunleavy. Gasol kicks it to Noah. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Rose against Irving. They need this one. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season. Seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
Free throw drops for Gasol.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Gasol drops two.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Now, here is Irving. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. It's deflected. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Here's Rose. And it's all evened up.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
LeBron kicks to Verejao. Good, and the assist goes to James. 6 points for Anderson Verejao.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now here's Gasol. Here's Rose. Can't hit. Some solid defense there from Irving. James outside. Smith outside. The rebound by Noah. The Bulls have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Rose dishes to Dunleavy. Verejao against Noah. Clock at 6. Butler, a screen on Irving. Rose. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged 21 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistently.
Love against Gasol. Outside Irving. Smith right side. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Verejao can't hit.
From the start, it seemed like they were out of sync. They waited too long to get into their action.
That's a great point. You know, you don't want to be scrambling against the shot clock. That's why it's so important that you have quality possessions.
Now here's Gasol, following the miss by Anderson Verejao. Here's Dunleavy. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Bad time for these defenders to be standing around watching. Not while the ball's in his hands. Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. Difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. So for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Mike Dunleavy, and Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Then for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson comes in for Anderson Varejao, and it's Shumpert in there for J.R. Smith. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. The screen from Thompson. Here's Irving. The shot misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Irving against Brooks. Gasol, a screen on Irving. Brooks misses.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Shumpert. Irving's got his first points of the game.
He's trying to get it going offensively, but right now just 1 of 4 to start.
Outside Butler. There's the pick. Mirotic, the pass to Butler, to the wing right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Just his first attempt. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Now Irving. On the wing, James. Pass to Love. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
A different look now for Cleveland. Perkins comes in for Kevin Love, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. The Cavaliers leading by 4. James outside. The screen from Thompson. Here's Shumpert. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, so much emotion is going to go through his head tonight in this one. I mean, playing in your hometown can be a bit of a nerve-wracking experience. But after that initial few possessions, I guarantee you he'll settle in and play how he normally does. So he'll be noticing the cheering section of his friends and family that'll be going crazy with each score.
Here's Butler after the made shot from Amon Shumpert. And that one's good.
Good display of physicality by Gasol to set that shot up.
Cavaliers have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
I asked him if there was an X factor in this game, a player they couldn't forget about, and he said it would have to be Tristan Thompson, the power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his motor is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up because the guy never takes a play off. Guys, they've been forewarned. We'll see if they take it to heart.
Thank you, Doris. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Heinrich, he's checked in for the Bulls. Mirotic the screen. And Brooks gets it to go.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's LeBron. He dishes it to Dellavedova. At the top of the key, Thompson. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. 4 on the clock. Kicks it to Dellavedova. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Bulls trail by 3. Brooks with it. And the shot is long.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Mirotic the screen. The drive by Brooks with some arc, and James pulls it down.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And slam dunk by Shumpert.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Chicago trailing here. Right wing. Heinrich inside the three-point line. And again, no good by Chicago. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. That's good. Dellavedova's got 5.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Heinrich. Gasol up top. Here's Mirotic. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And here is James. At the top of the key, Thompson. And stolen by Mirotic. Down low. Brooks with no one around. Off target with his 3.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Bulls trail by 8. From deep three-point range. And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 8. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. The big men are Gibson and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Cavaliers leading by 10.
And for Varejao, his wild hair, frenetic style long ago earned him the nickname Wild Thing. I mean, diving for loose balls, taking charges, but that energy and enthusiasm may be unsurpassed really by any other player in our league.
The Bulls shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Rose kicks to Butler. Varejao comes up with the rebound. Varejao's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Well, Greg, you're talking about Varejao. He may play wild, but his production has backed it up. A few years ago, he averaged, Clark, over 14 rebounds a game.
Yeah, and I don't think he plays that wild. I think he just looks wild. That hair flying all over the place, and he's giving up his body.
That's a
I
good
don't know
point,
if he's
yeah.
necessarily a wild player as much as he just looks and appears to be everywhere at all times. Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, an understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
And the free throw, no good. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, taking himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
Now, here is Irving. He kicks it to Marion. Love against Rose. Love draws the double. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Irving. Another miss by Irving. Bulls trail by 13. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Back to Rose. Marion with the steal. Butler against Irving. Feeds to Marion. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, with 2 teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. For J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Rose against Irving. Now here's Rose. Not a lot of room. 5 on the clock to the inside. Here's Noah. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists in the game.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want, but then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
Cleveland leading by 13. Irving for 3. The rebound by Gibson.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Rose goes in. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Smith on the wing. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injuries. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
Nice D from Verajao.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Smith, no luck. Bulls trail by 13. Here's Dunleavy. Gibson dishes to Rose. And again, Chicago, no good. The Cavaliers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Here's Smith. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Gibson with the screen on Smith. Butler kicks to Gibson. No one near him. Good as the jump shot falls.
And, you know, back to D. Rose. He grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
Varejão's shot is good.
Now that's an old school move right there. A good one, too, the fadeaway.
For Chicago, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Gibson with the screen on Irving. Rose passes to Gibson. Dunleavy dishes to Noah, and stolen by Love. In the corner, Smith with it. Cleveland moving the ball around, and Love gets it to go. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Cleveland.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
Here's Irving. The Bulls getting the bucket. Pass to Love. He's looking for Marion and finds him. That falls. Great assist by Love. Marion's got his second basket.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
Rose kicks to Butler. From 10 feet out. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Varejão's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Chicago calls timeout. Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence. Clark his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
Chicago making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. James checked in for Sean Marion. There's the pick. Rose kicks to Gasol. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
Bulls trail by 19. Dishes it to Dunleavy. Outside Rose. And there's the pass to Noah. That is good. Noah's got 4 this quarter. So it's the Cavaliers now. Here's LeBron. Pick by Varejão. There's the pick. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the evening.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Dunleavy. Heinrich comes in for Butler, and it's Brooks in for Rose. The dish to Perkins. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. Brooks has got 5.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club
It
to be
is,
in. Only
it
the
is.
true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
They've done a really good job of knocking down their long-distance shots here in the second quarter. I mean, they're shooting just above 40% from downtown. That's outstanding.
Brooks kicks to Heinrich. Back to Brooks. Noah with a screen on Irving. They set the screen. Mirotic has a wide open look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
Bulls trail by 19. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the rejection by LeBron. To the middle. Here's Shumpert. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. Kendrick Perkins, at this point in his career, really more of an enforcer than anything. Last season was statistically his worst since his rookie year. Played for a couple different, actually was part of 3 different teams, and ended up in Cleveland after beginning in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and you know, at this stage, what he gives you now, he's really a space eater down low. Still a terrific screener in the pick and roll or in terms of executing of the offense. And when the game gets physical, that tends to lead to him finding a way to make an impact.
Enforcer's a good term to
I like
use.
that
Yeah,
one,
I
Kevin.
do too.
I like that one.
And Shumpert slams it in.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Here is Heinrich. The feed to Mirotic. Heinrich kicks to Gasol. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And, you know, going back to Kendrick Perkins, I mean, he just looks like a guy you wouldn't want to mess with. On top of that, he acts like a guy you wouldn't want to mess with. One of the toughest competitors in the league, and he's got a scowl to match.
Here's James after Pau Gasol's bucket. Passes it to Shumpert. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go with a 3. LeBron, no luck.
And we were talking about Perkins. He's always been willing to do the dirty work. When the Celtics traded him a few years back for Jeff Green, they immediately struggled to outwork and out-hustle opponents. That was one of the few trades that I think Danny Ainge would like to have back.
Brooks outside. Here's Mirotic. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 20. 1:25 left in the second quarter. James, the pass to Shumpert. Screen by Perkins. Thompson in the posts, working on Noah. Over to the wing. Lets it fly from 18. No good from Perkins. Chicago's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Gasol a screen. Brooks dishes to Gasol. Out to Brooks. Second chance shot. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. And that's now 7 points for Brooks.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Screen by Perkins. James kicks to Dellavedova. Back to James. He feeds it to Shumpert. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Bulls trail by 18. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. From 13, that's good from Gasol on the assist by Brooks. 10 points for Pau Gasol.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
James outside. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cleveland ahead, up by 16. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They're leading by 16. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this lead will continue to grow.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
They were Brick City, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
And what a tremendous game for Verjao. He's got 10 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Now we get a chance to check out LeBron James. Coming off a terrific season. Last season, he averaged 25 points per, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
And Gasol gets it to go.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Checking out the group for David Blatt to start the second half. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Verjao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's LeBron, following the miss by Derrick Rose. Noah with the block. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. Verjao grabs the board. Verjao's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
Cleveland leading by 18. LeBron passes to Love. Fade away. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Love's got 6 points.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
For 3, Smith. Good on the shot. 14 points for him.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. No good again that time.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Rose with the ball. Noah with it. Now defended by Verjao. Butler goes in. Here's Gasol. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Gasol's got 14 points for the game.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Irving dishes to Love. It's tipped. Inside. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Pau Gasol. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin, and Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team, and I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. And he can't get the first one.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. And he's good on the second.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year. We saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
Chicago calls timeout. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Rose. He has 6. Shoots from 12. Shot is off. Nice D from Verejao. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 10-2 run here, and that one's good. And that's now 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Rose goes in. It's tipped. For the finish. And LeBron throws it down.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop and at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
Rose loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Rose has got 10 points in the game.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys, and he made it. He made it look easy that time.
And finished off by LeBron.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Offensive rebound.
Boy, he blew the easy two by profiling, trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Gasol with the steal. Irving against Rose. No one near him. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Cavaliers have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. And he gets it to go.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in this second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And it's Gibson finishing it off.
This guy is a high flyer, I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Stolen by Rose. In transition, here come the Bulls. Shot's good. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Irving can't hit. The Bulls shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Gasol a screen. Rose gets a wide open look. And the shot falls short this time.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Right side Gibson. Can't hit. Some solid defense there from Irving. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Love kicks to Verjao. Puts up the baby hook. Chicago grabs the miss. Outside Butler. And the Bulls with another miss.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
The three-point shot's been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they've really done a good job of creating good looks from the outside, and now they've really got it going.
Now here's Butler. Outside Rose. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And for Black, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on and the Cavs got tougher, those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA, but this guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
And the shot is good.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Bulls shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Rose passes to Dunleavy. Baseline J on the way. That one a little long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Cleveland moving it around. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Technical foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Free throw, good, Irving. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
Goes up to the stripe. Shumpert gets a wide open look, gets a very good look and converts. Shumpert's got 11 points. The Bulls shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Irving's gone 2 of 8 from long range here. Brooks dishes to Heinrich. Gibson setting a pick for Heinrich. Pass to Gibson. Back to Heinrich. They need this. Sean Marion grabs the miss.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. And so he's able to get one of two.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Irving against Brooks. Irving kicks to Shumpert. He dishes it to Perkins. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Brooks. Here's Gibson. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Shumpert with it. Guarded now by Aaron Brooks. Wide open look. And there's another one for the Cavaliers. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's Sixth Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. GA, he's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, you know, talking about Gibson, he started 70 games his first year and made the all-rookie team. But thereafter, had been mostly a 6-man off the bench through last season. It happens, but it's still somewhat unusual for a guy to go backwards like that.
Now, here's Thompson. Great D that time from Gibson. Shumpert against Brooks. Noah with a screen on Shumpert. Brooks from outside. The shot is off, and it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
And talking about Gibson, if he ever wants to be seen as a high-level starter, he needs to work on a few things. More bankable moves in the post, a more fluid post game, if you will, and really increased strength and consistency. I think those things will carry him to that starting five.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Cavaliers making the shot. And Mirotic kicks to Brooks. Gibson the screen. To the paint. Up off the screen. Can't get the layup. Here's Shumpert. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Shumpert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And Chicago shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. They've got Heinrich. Muhammad out there with Shengeli. Then it's Brooks, and it's Dang in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. That's good.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
The Cavaliers shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Miller, the pass to Perkins, stripped it away. With the teardrop, and Heinrich with the basket, the assist by Brooks.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
And here are the Cavaliers now. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, we all know how loud NBA arenas can get. I mean, last season there were some accusations thrown around that it wasn't all organic. I mean, some players felt as if some of the NBA crowd noise was artificial.
Jones checked in for Cleveland. Brooks kicks to Sangelia. There's a good screen. Feeds to Brooks. The 3. The shot no good. And Cleveland will come the other way. Some heavy accusations about artificial noise being pumped in last year. We've seen the issue in the NFL, talked about now in the NBA. Seeing in other sports, there's a case that maybe the NBA's got to deal with this.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I know some stadiums, it might feel like there is extra noise being pumped in. And listen, there are a lot of fan bases that we have are just flat out loud. I mean, it can be electric. But having said that, I don't think we want to have the artificial noise being pumped in. I think it does the game a disservice.
Shot clock at 2. They grab their own miss. Sangelia can't hit.
And barely anyone in the area, and still he whiffs on the bunny.
Back to Marion. Miller inside, guarded by Heinrich. Marion kicks to Miller. Perkins against Muhammad. No good from Perkins. Chicago's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Brooks, here we go. Sangelia dishes to Heinrich. Hits the jumper in space. Heinrich's got 6 points in the quarter.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Dellavedova kicks to Perkins.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
They set the screen. Brooks kicks to Muhammad. And the rebound goes to Perkins.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fellow's in the middle.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficiently.
The drive by Brooks. Can't hit from 12. And the media deal in play says a lot about the popularity. It's not just broadcast. Fans are showing up as well.
Sellouts were at a record 700 last season, Kevin. The previous record was 676, almost 22 million regular season fans. That's a big number.
Dang against Jones. Dang kicks to Sangelia. Cavaliers with the rebound. Perkins got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Jones slams it in.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
Brooks, the pass to Heinrich. Back to Brooks. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. 9 points for Aaron Brooks.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Cleveland's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Dellavedova dishes to Marion. And he jams it with authority.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
Brooks outside. Here's Sangelia. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Dang kicks to Brooks. Here's the floater.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
It's stolen. And here's the fast break. And Muhammad kicks to Heinrich. No good with the triple. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Goes up the baseline. Shot is no good. Good work defensively by Jones. Cleveland controlling the game. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And it's Dang with the rebound. Well, Chicago has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. On the wing, Dang. Releases from the wing and drills it. Here's Dellavedova.
And over the course of last season, and really the last decade, we have seen three-point shooting on the rise. Teams have been making the most of the efficiency of that shot, and it's a big part of successful offenses in the modern NBA.
Miller, no luck. Well, the Bulls shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And he gets it to go. Dang's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And with the three-pointers, the best teams in the NBA are great, Adam Clark. All 4 of the conference finals teams from last year were tops in the NBA in 3.
Yeah, it's definitely a predominant stat in the NBA now. And you look at some of the numbers. Curry broke his own record for made threes in the season. The Rockets set the team record. It's a real part of the game that you have to be good at to succeed in the league.
Kicks it to Perkins. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. They get Luol Deng.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Etuan Moore comes in for Brooks. Iman Shumpert's checked in for Cleveland.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
On the wing, Marion. He's covered by Dang. A shot by Marion, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
And stolen by Mirotic, and there's the call on Perkins. And that'll be his third foul so far. Luke Herringody, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Chicago's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Heinrich passes to Dang. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
I'll tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
Talking about Luol Deng, his consistency year to year has been outstanding. Over 11 seasons, Greg, if you look at his averages across every category, they're remarkably similar.
And here's a guy can score from anywhere. Great mid-range game, makes plays for his teammates, rebounds at both ends. He is versatile and bankable.
He hits both from the stripe.
And Commissioner Silver taking a bold stance on sports betting. I mean, going into last season, he wrote that op-ed piece saying that it needs to be legalized federally. It basically brought into the light of day.
Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And for Commissioner Silver arguing for legalized sports betting, that's a major reversal from what most sports commissioners Clark had said in the past.
Yeah, you know, I like his open-mindedness, not just about that issue, but a number of issues that confront the league. And, you know, he's right in regards to the gambling. With the internet, people are making these bets anyway, so it makes sense for the league to take a look at it.
5 on the clock. Heinrich against Shumpert. Here's Muhammad. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Here's Marion, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And it's Moore penetrating. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Moore's got 4 points this quarter. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Dellavedova kicks to Perkins. To the inside. From down low. And there's another one for the Cavaliers. Chicago with the ball. Pass to Muhammad. There's a good screen. Dang kicks to Mirotic. The jump hook. That one's rebounded by Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Moore. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
1:58 left in the fourth. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, you gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Cleveland controlling the game. Dellavedova dishes to Herangodi. Out to the right wing. To the left wing. Deflects the pass.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
2 great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And asserting themselves right from the start, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two clubs. They've got to feel good getting the upper hand tonight against the Bulls.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Smith. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Herangodi the pass to Perkins. Marion with it. He's picked up by Dang. Moore with the steal. And Heinrich has it in the corner. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. 29 seconds left in the game. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Shumpert. Not enough on that one as it misses. To the right side. This is Mirotic. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, you guys had a tremendous second half. What were the things that had to happen to win this game?
we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
It takes 5 guys to win it in the NBA. Kevin, thanks for your time. Back to the table.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now we'll head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's not too far away. EJ?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, J.R. Smith. He had no problem getting back into a shooting rhythm to start the second half, nailing all 4 of his first 4 field goals. How'd you feel about his performance, Kenny?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Well, his passing, his instincts on offense, those were the keys to the game. He was spreading the ball around, keeping everyone involved. Most importantly, he was creating high-quality shots and racking up the assists. Overall, great game.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.